So hello and welcome back. It's now day 10 of the laser adventures and I'm finally done, I think. Everything is working. I have everything the way I expected it to be and I'm really happy. Now, I've taken you along for the ride and I hope you had some fun, and I will be doing more videos on this subject because the machine is really interesting. There were a lot of things to lift, things to get down here, things to get done in order to get it to work. But 10 days from order to a working machine, I think that's okay. And I'm happy with it because I'm starting to get to know the machine. I'm starting to get into using it, and it's so much fun. Now, of course, not everything went according to plan. There are a few things that are not okay with the machine, but I suppose they're close to being nitpicks. And I'm going to show you now what are the things that I do not really like about it, or things that are just plain broken the way they arrived here. Yeah, let's go. So number one and number two of my problems with the laser are right here. Number one, which is odd, but I don't know how this could have happened. The A mirror, the first mirror to the laser tube, is actually sitting on a dent in the tin below it. So if I just push on here, this thing is moving, and I don't want to take it off because I will be destroying all of the alignment, and I'm really happy with it. But this thing actually vibrates when the laser is running, and I'm going to have to find a way to fix that. I don't know what I can do because it appears that either there's a dent in the tin down here, or the mount is actually sitting on top of I don't know, some pieces of metal that came off, some shavings. It's really weird because this thing should not be moving, and it is. And that is the first thing that I don't really like about it. But I think it can be fixed. Maybe it's the post from the mount, but I'm really not sure about it. The second thing is actually part of the laser tube, and I did try to capture this on camera, but it's really hard. I have the problem that sometimes when the laser is running, I get arcing on the cathode. The anode is perfect. I get perfect beam generation from the anode, but on the cathode, the discharge at some point will start fluctuating wildly, and the power supply from the laser starts making a really funky noise. I don't know if this will fix itself when the machine runs in. I have literally no idea because I've never had this issue before. I checked all the cabling, and although there are some sketchy solder joints in the ground cable, which is over here, there is a solder joint in here which has not been properly taken care of, but that is really not that much of a problem. Here it is. So this has just been soldered, and there's just some really plain electrical tape around it, but I don't get any arcing and any noise from that. So it is okay. It's just very, very curious. I checked all of the cabling over to the anode, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with the cabling at the anode. I know that the noise that I'm hearing is coming from the power supply and from the wiring at the cathode, but I don't know. Maybe this is normal for an 80 watt laser, but I've had lasers up to, I think, 50 watts, and none of them did that, and I find it really, really weird. But it doesn't appear to be affecting performance that much. If it happens, maybe I'll lose 1 or 2%, maybe 5%, but that's about it. So if anybody can tell me who knows if this is normal, okay, I can live with it. The next thing that is broken and kind of annoying is the red dot. The red dot laser that is in here is completely broken. The lens, either the lens has come loose or the laser diode is not okay. Let's move this a bit. It is not where it is supposed to be. If I do a pulse, it will be about 4 millimeters upwards from there. But I've already tilted the laser pointer, the module, as far as I can. The beam is just exiting this thing at a really weird angle, and the dot that it's supposed to project is more or less aligned. I think I have a module that fits. I'm just not sure that this is a 5-volt module. I would have to find that out. But from the issues that I have, this is by far the most annoying, that you can't actually aim for something. And yeah, I'm gonna have to get this fixed because it's just plain broken. The last thing that is not so much a big problem, it's more a weird thing, is when I use the laser and I have my fume extractor on, and my fume extractor should be able to pull all of the air out of the laser, but it doesn't, because this laser is pretty well sealed. There's a huge vacuum building in there, there's air rushing in it, but it doesn't pull the air out anywhere. So when I'm done lasering, I basically open one of the doors in the back or the top, and the fume disappears right away. So I don't know where that is coming from. If it's just so good, or if I literally have no idea. I don't know why that is happening the way it is. So as you can see, there's not too much to complain about. Performance is good. Performance is, as far as I can tell, really good. And I suppose for the price, nothing that I did wrong up to now. Regarding the prices, the laser itself was 1,600 euros, and the water chiller was 313 euros. The only thing that I got up to now was a license for Lightburn, which I think is the right tool for the job. I had a short look at the tools that came with the laser cutter, but I'm happy the way it works now. And the tool chain that I've had before for working with my laser cutter will work with this one too, which makes me really, really happy, because I don't know, I didn't really want to have to invest in the time to learn another tool. So I'm really, really happy. And I kind of skimmed below 2,000 euros on this, and that is a good price for an 80-watt laser. And if it keeps performing well, then I think I've made a good move. So thank you very much for joining me on this adventure. I hope you liked it. I will be updating you on further improvements, things that happen, things that break, things that I should have done different or that I will do different. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.